Oh, wow, what a day I've had, what a day. It has been challenging, to say the least. Hold on, let's take this boot off. Oh, yeah, challenging. I need some new boots. Hold on, try and get this wet sock off. Oh. Yeah, wet sock. Yeah, so I can squeeze it out on camera. Oh yeah. Let's just get as much out as possible. It's because it's not fun walking around. Is it going to come out of there? Oh, a little bit. A little bit. It's no fun walking around with your foot in a sort of a warm bath, squelching away. The other boots all right, but not this one. These boots are really good for cold weather because they're super light, but the tread is pretty useless. It's like this is like a insulating type foam. Oh, just dribbled all over myself. So it's like an insulation type foam, and they just you know, they last about a year and then they break. So about 25 quid for a new set. Let's turn them upside down and leave it upside down for a little while. Just gonna do that. There we go. Right, so now I've got to put a wet sock back on. Oh, yeah, lovely. I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, this foot's never looked so clean. Well, it's not clean now. It's had a muddy bath. Yeah, now those relics, what have I done with them? Got them here somewhere. Sure I have. Oh yeah. So that relic there, we're pretty sure that that's Anglo-Saxon. I've had quite a few people look at it, and the consensus is that this is Anglo-Saxon. So we'll give you a bit of a closer view. Oh, I have to stand. Oh, it's quite cold, this floor. Yeah, the consensus is that it is probably Anglo-Saxon. You can see how it's starting to flake a bit. Well, metal does that when it's old. People think it might have come off of a shield. So you would have had decorative bits on a Saxon shield, and you'd have had the big iron, you know, the boss in the middle, and these would have been like little bosses. So sort of some sort of Anglo-Saxon decorative thing. And this spoon, now I thought that was the initials of the person who owned the spoon. Come on, focus, you pesky camera. There we go. But it's not. That is the initials of the maker of the spoon. So, and it dates to sort of 1700s. And that probably would have been the monogram of the person who owned it. Or it could be the crown, could also be, I suppose, part of the maker, I don't know. So yeah, the IR is the person who made the spoon. I've looked on the database and there was other spoons with initials, and they all say that it's the maker rather than the owner. So that's what I found out about these two objects that I found last time I was here. Oh yes, so yeah, a wet sock. Let's try and get it back on. Oh, now I've got a muddy foot. Yeah, it's going to be awkward. Oh, this is not happening. This is not happening. Can I rest my foot? I can rest my foot on a bit of metal. Probably a bad idea taking my sock off. Oh, I can see what they talk about when they want to put wetsuits back on and they're wet. Oh, it's not coming on. Oh yeah, don't try and put wet socks on. Bad idea taking it off. I can't get it on. Oh, that'll do for the minute. Anyway, my boots drained. Oh yeah, so the weather looks like it's going to start drying up a bit. We've had another deluge of rain, and everything in this field is flooded, and often that doesn't help with digging up targets. If it's seriously wet, it can have a detrimental effect on finding objects. I have found, I've got a moisture meter, and I have found the moisture has got to be around about 6 or 7 on the moisture scale. If it's too wet, it's not conducive to finding signals. And if it's too dry, then obviously it's too dry and the VLF metal detector doesn't work. Some people have asked me, why aren't I using my pulse induction detector? Well, for one thing, it takes longer to set up. Secondly, pulse induction detectors don't like really wet ground. They prefer it to be like bone dry. When you get real moisture in the soil with pulse induction detectors, they don't tend to work so well. So it's really good. So if you've got a YouTube channel and you know, you come summertime and the ground's really dry, get your pulse induction detector out, because they work really well in dry soil. So that's what you want to do, get the pulse induction out. Let's see if I can get this sock on. Oh, I'm getting a bit better. Oh, that's better. I've got to the end of the sock. Now I've just sort of got to shimmy it along. Oh, that's it, that's it. It's almost there. Shimmy it up my ankle. Right, it's on. Oh, right. I'll have the pleasure of taking it off later. Oh, that's better. Oh, it's a bit cold inside that boot. So yeah, it's hopefully going to get dry. I might go onto a field tomorrow if it's going to stay dry. It's supposed to be dryish for the next few days. We could go onto a field that's maybe on the side of a hill, where I'm not walking through puddles, because obviously I'm gonna have to buy a new boot. Or what I'll probably do is put my sock on, dry sock, plastic bag, and then, you know, with a rubber band around my ankle, and then into the boot. And what that will do is it will stop my foot from getting wet at least. It might be wet inside the boot, but my foot will be dry. Might get a bit sweaty. You know, if it was hot weather, it might get a bit sweaty, but it's not hot weather. So, yeah. Right. You know, I think I've had COVID again. I had a pretty nasty cough, and I had, like, my smell and taste stop went away, but only had like a few days. It was only around for a few days, and then it's gone. It's left me with a bit of a cough, and I keep getting this, you know, like rotten egg smell at my nose. Like a cross between mucus and rotten eggs. I mean, you know, it's quite awful, really. So I'm waffling. So yeah, this is just the little pre-video of what's about to come, and it was a challenging day, but right towards the end I found a sweet little bit of silver. Yeah, I found some silver. So in about half an hour, well, you know, if you get to see this video an hour or two after I've uploaded it, you'll be seeing, I'm sure it's this side, because everything's backwards when you're filming. I'm sure it's this side that you'll see a little thing come up saying, click this video here. And then there might, at the end, there might be a little thing at the bottom. But I was out in the field, and I've done I think I did one professional tip. So I've got a professional tip coming at the end of this little chat. And then obviously click this link and you will get the main video. Cheers! Right, I'm going to give you one of my pro tips. Right, on an old map there was a hedge here. Can you see how it comes to an end there? You see that? So if I look a bit further, now you can see it coming to an end over here on the other side. So there was a hedge going this way, and this is the gateway. So you've got to look out for these sorts of things. So the gateway in between. So you want to detect the length of a trailer and maybe a horse and cart that way, and the length of a trailer and a horse and cart that way, because people would have congregated here, getting out of their vehicles and jumping down, coins dropping out of their pockets, and things fall out where the old gateway was.